What's going on, guys? Welcome back to my channel. And in this video, I'm going to talk about my top 10 arcade games of all time. This is my opinion on my top 10 arcade games of all time, and we can agree to disagree. But these are the ones that I actually played as a kid and as a teenager, and that means something to me. And yeah, let's get it started. So the first video game arcade has to be one of the classic, awesome games of all time, and that has to be Pac-Man. I mean, Pac-Man has grown as much as Super Mario Brothers. We have them now on our smartphones, and every time we go to an arcade, you can see the arcade. They're still sitting there, ready to get played. Very, very entertaining game. Very awesome game. And no matter how many times we play it, it never gets old. I always enjoy playing it, no matter what. So every time I see an arcade, I go straight to it, the first one I see, and I start playing it because it brings back memories. It makes me feel like a kid again, and I enjoy playing this game a lot. So Pac-Man, one of my favorite arcade games of all time, and very enjoyable to play. The next one has to be Street Fighter 2, and Street Fighter 2, I would have to say, put the fighting game genre on the map. This is one of the most popular fighting games during the time it came out. It was very enjoyable game to play. Very cool game. Very awesome bosses. The characters were cool too, and I love playing this game at the arcades. My favorite character to use was Ryu, and it was super cool to just go play through the whole game, one quarter, and then leave like a boss after I finished the game and not even watch the ending because I already knew the ending for the video game when I got better playing the game. So yeah, very awesome fighting game. It has come a long way even now. So Street Fighter 2. The next video game I would have to talk about is Galaga, and Galaga is also in the same class as Pac-Man, because if anybody's seen, they have an arcade with the two games on there. You can either pick Galaga or you can pick Pac-Man, and this game was also very enjoyable, very fun. Any age group could play. You would have fun playing this game, and one of the cool classic games that still to this day lives on, and people still play it. And it's even downloadable. I've seen it on smartphones as well. So very awesome video game. Galaga is very entertaining, very cool game. And if you haven't played it, go ahead and play it, because if you see that Pac-Man, of course you're gonna see Galaga. The next game I have to talk about is Double Dragon, and Double Dragon was one of the beat 'em up games that started back in the day that I also played as a kid. I think I played it when I was 8, 9, around 10. Very difficult. Two of the awesome characters that we all know, Billy and Jimmy, and you play through this game, and I think they kidnapped their I think Billy's girlfriend, and it's hilarious because they punch her in her stomach and then they take her and you gotta save her. So all the games are like that. You gotta save a girl pretty much, kind of like Donkey Kong and Super Mario Brothers. So yeah, beat 'em up game that I really enjoyed playing as a kid at the arcades had to be Double Dragon. Very enjoyable, very fun. The characters were also cool game. Next had to be Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. This game was super awesome. I enjoyed playing it as a kid. I lost a lot of quarters in this game, and the only time I would enjoy playing it was when other people were playing it and they were at the end, and then I would jump in and play and finish the game, and that was pretty cool because then I finally see the ending. And just recently, a couple years ago, my son and me, we actually played the arcade together from beginning to end. It was just him and me, and we went from the beginning all the way to the end, and he was enjoying the pizza time and all that stuff. So it was a time that I shared with him that I'll never forget, and still as a kid, I remember it now because the game was super cool, super awesome, and still to the day is cool. This game, Final Fight, was also one of my favorite beat 'em up games. I love this game because you had Guy, you had Cody, and you had Hagar. I think that's the way you pronounce it. And I would always pick Cody because I thought he was cool, his jump kicks and all that stuff. So this game also you have to save Hagar's daughter, and again you have to save the girl in the game. But very super awesome game, and a lot of these characters already transitioned into like a couple Street Fighter games, and you know Cody and Guy are like prime characters that come out in Street Fighter. So yeah, pretty cool to have those characters now and still remember the game that we used to play. That was Final Fight. Super awesome game. This game, Mortal Kombat 2, basically put Mortal Kombat on the map. The fatalities were new. The characters were new. Everything was so awesome. It was so hard to play this game when it came out because people would put their quarters on their arcade game to wait to play the game, and it was very rare that I got to play this at the arcades. But It was a super awesome game. I enjoyed it. Everything was so cool. The graphics at this time, they looked so cool because they looked even better than Mortal Kombat 1. And now Mortal Kombat, the franchise, has gone so far now that it just supersedes this one. But pretty much this one started it all because this is what made people enjoy the game even more. My next selection has to be any pinball machine. As a kid, I used to love playing pinball. So my dad used to play pinball, and then he would say, "Why are you spending quarters on the arcade games? Just play here. You get 3 lives, the same thing." So yeah, I would like to. I used to love getting the little stepper because I was too short to play, and then start playing the arcade. And now even pinballs have come a long way, and they have all these genres of movie genres, and then you got superstar video games. So now we're gonna move to Tekken, which is one of my favorite games still to this day. Tekken is super awesome. I still play this game when I see it. I used to love playing Tekken 2 is my favorite Tekken of all time. But the arcades, that's what brought it, full circle pretty much for me. It started with Tekken 1, and now the roster has gotten so big, and Tekken has become this crazy game. But just the mechanics of the game changed the fighting game genre as well. Just that it wasn't 2D anymore. You could actually go 360 and move the characters around and play in a different way. So yeah, Tekken also revolutionized, if you ask me, the fighting game genre because it changed everything. And my final game that I used to enjoy playing, and this is also an oldie classic game, has to be Centipede. I used to love the control, which was a little round ball, and you used to move it around and then shoot, and that was it. And then you have a little spaceship kind of like Galaga, and you would have to kill all the little insects. And what a concept, what a game, what an awesome idea to have a video game like this being part of your childhood, just like all those other classic video games. And Centipede was also one of my favorite games, playing as a kid and enjoying it as well. And these games also meant a lot to me. This one with Pac-Man and Galaga, and even Donkey Kong. But these games really meant a lot. So that pretty much does it, guys. Thank you very much for watching. Appreciate you guys watching. Always remember, never forget, keep it classy as always. Take care of each other, love each other, and let me know your picks. Let me know what you think. Let me know what games you like, and make your top 10. And this is just my top 10, not in any order. It's just games that I enjoyed playing as a kid at the arcades. So see you later. Yeah.